Hi, everyone. This is Wade France, and I'm the host of Created in the Image of God. We are here to record the sneak peek for episode 104, which will air on June 25th at 8 p.m. Central. I have in the studio Mr. Philip Stouse for his second appearance on the show. We are continuing to accompany Philip on his remarkable journey. He is the Air Operations Coordinator and a policy advisor with the Federal Emergency Management. He brings insights into enhancing organizational performance and decision-making with awards for building partnerships and academic achievements. Join us on that day for an exclusive look at Philip's important book on a lesser-known figure, instrumental behind the scenes at the founding of our nation. We'll be talking about how humility and service are the backbone of our nation that today is under threat of being broken. We have Philip in the studio for a sneak peek this morning. Welcome, Philip.
Hey, thank you, Wade. Good to be here.
And good to have you back. So it's been a few months. You've been busy since we last had you on the air. What has been occupying your time?
A lot of different things as far as emergency management, just the different tornadoes taking place across the country, getting ready for another hurricane season, and working across various federal agencies with states and federally recognized tribes to know how we can be ready to support and respond when needed to help people that are in most need.
Well, yeah, we actually had a tornado warning during the recording of my show a few weeks back. So even up here in Wisconsin, we've had that. You're down in the south, this southern Atlanta area. But we had you on the show talking about your book, which is a figure named Joseph. And you talked about a number of historical Josephs, but he in particular was behind the scenes and instrumental in shaping the founding of our nation.
Right. And the biggest thing and why the book came about is looking at this anomaly of who this man was. And when you dig into it in colonial Boston, Massachusetts, back before the founding of our nation in the 1700s, he was the one that was with Samuel Adams, John Hancock, working behind the scenes, really, but doing a lot. And he's not known in American parlance or history books today. And that's what kind of puzzled me and piqued my curiosity. So that's where the book kind of got its foundation and took its form and looked at Josephs throughout the various centuries and how they have done things, but they're always forgotten. And it's something that's very interesting when you put all the pieces together.
Fabulous. So, the religious part of this is really the spirit behind that service, right? Jesus said we should be thinking of others as more important than ourselves, and we should humble ourselves. So it's really humility and service versus arrogance, entitlement. And we're going to also look at what's going on in our modern nation today, where increasingly in our institutions, people are being taught to bring grievances to the forefront and to identify with grievances of all the things that they've never gotten and all the ways in which they're disadvantaged vis-a-vis other people. Their focus is not on service to others. Their focus is really selfish in my view. What's your take on that? And, is that kind of underneath some of this emphasis on Joseph and how you live your own life in service?
Yeah, I'd say the big thing is the servant leadership. And when you have people as a group and individuals striving for that, everything works together. But when you do have that base human selfish focus, well, then nobody's going to be happy. You're always going to be grappling for more, and there's going to be no satisfaction there. But I think the big thing is looking at how do you fit into and serve others, and then everything within what you need takes care of itself. You'll never be able to fulfill that innate need for belonging and what your basic concept of what you think you deserve, because that's always self-seeking and it just expands. It doesn't get filled. But if you are reaching out, I think even across the status of our nation today and in society, we talk about D-Day and what took place back in 1944 on the shores of Normandy, France. You look at them and we call them the greatest generation. Well, I think each generation has great aspects and possibility. It's the matter of stepping up to the challenge and focusing on the challenge versus then looking inwardly. And I think that's the big thing, that where Joseph Warren was inspiration back in his generation in the 1770s. And I think there are a lot of Joseph Warrens out there in America and across the globe in 2024 and 2025 as we go to the 250th anniversary of Bunker Hill.
Well, thank you so much, Philip. I can't wait to dig deeper into this topic and spend a whole hour on the show on June 25th. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central. Our audience is not gonna want to miss this episode. Thank you for being in the studio today and recording this sneak peek. Everyone, we'll see you June 25th for episode 104 of Created in the Image of God.